Right guys, we have new details regarding the iPhone 14 series, ranging from a new selfie camera on the front to of course the notch staying on the regular 14 and 14 Max. And so let's dive into it guys, but first make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours, and with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so these tidbits are coming from Shrimp Apple Pro. Now this source is pretty legit, and was the only source that told us the design of the Apple Watch Series 7 wasn't going to be squared off. And so yes, I do think this information can be trusted. So what did they tell us? Well, for one, the regular non-Pro iPhones are gonna keep the notch, but they're gonna be a little refined. But guys, to be honest, I do see the notch staying the same on the regular iPhones, since of course Apple rarely changes the front of the iPhone, and since they only just gave us this smaller notch on the iPhone 13 series, I expect that to stay with at least the regular models in the iPhone 14 range. And so basically the iPhone 14 and 14 Max should look identical to today's 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. And yes, I know it's kind of a bummer that Apple's making the hole punch display an exclusive to the Pros, but of course do remember they want you to buy the Pros, and so the Pros having this more futuristic design is obviously going to upsell many users to spend more of their cash and get the Pro models. But now let's delve into an upgrade coming to the whole range, and that's regarding the selfie camera on the front. So the selfie camera on the front has pretty much stayed the same since the iPhone 11 series, and of course, that's not too great when the Android competition is giving us selfie camera upgrades every single year. So it's about time we do see some upgrades to the front-facing camera on the iPhone. Now, what are those upgrades gonna be? Well, Shrimp Apple Pro says the camera hole is much larger with the iPhone 14 series, and so that does suggest we could see a wider angle lens. And you might know where I'm going with this. Wide angle instantly makes me think of center stage coming to the iPhone. Now I'm pretty split on this coming to the iPhone because on one hand, I know many who prop up the iPhones and video call their friends and family, and so of course the camera following them around the house would be pretty neat. But then again, most users are gonna be holding their phone in the hand, and so of course center stage won't really be that useful. And so ultimately, if we do see a wide angle lens, I do think Apple's gonna use that to promote group selfies on the iPhone. So right now, of course, when you turn the iPhone landscape, the selfie camera does go to a wide angle mode, which allows you to take group selfies with many people. But of course, the wide angle mode right now is not really that wide, and so having a specific wide angle sensor on the front is of course going to improve group selfies massively on the iPhone. In fact, I believe the Pixel 3 used to have this, and many people loved it, but Google for some reason removed it, and so it's time for Apple to give us this feature on the iPhone. And I guess the wide angle lens could also be useful for those who record video with the front facing camera. So for those vloggers and TikTokers out there, they might appreciate having this wider angle lens with the selfie camera. And of course, I do expect a wider aperture and of course a higher megapixel count with the front facing camera. So on the whole, this should be a pretty major upgrade over previous iPhones and their selfie cameras. Finally, Shrimp Apple Pro says that there are 2 to 3 weeks left till Apple finalizes the design for the iPhone 14 series. Now this makes complete sense because this is usually the time we start to see dummy units of the next iPhone. And so for many of us who are skeptical about the hole punch coming to the iPhone, we should find out the truth very soon. Anyways guys, tell me in the comments below, do you think we're going to see upgrades to the selfie camera with the iPhone 14 series? Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the video in the card above on details regarding the iPad Air 5, and on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya peeps.